This tutorial is about creating a tangent to a circle from a given point P. As you can see here, we have a circle already identified. So go ahead and create a circle. And then go ahead and also give yourself some layers. At least 3. Never hurts to add an extra one just to have a possibility. Color I like actually the light blue. It's a little bit better. So give yourself some layers and come on back. Next step. Okay. So we're drawing a tangent that is from a given point P. We're going to assume that point P is somewhere out here, and we're going to identify the location of point P from the creation of this line. I'm going to make mine down a little bit, as they do in the book representation. And it doesn't matter where P is exactly, okay? But my endpoint, where I'm clicking on this line here now, okay? So this is now going to be the location of P, this endpoint out here. All right. So the first step, if you're to be doing this by hand, or we're given a point P, is to make a connecting line that goes from the center point of the circle out to this given point P. Okay? So the next step then is to bisect this line that you've got, which would be the center point out to point P. So I'm going to swing an arc. I'm going to start up here, figure out what my overall length is just to kind of have a bearing. 17. For the fun of it, I'm going to make mine start up here, make mine somewhere around 14. Enter, swing my arc. Okay, I'm going to swing that around over so we get enough space. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. Swing an arc of 14. It's going to start down below. 14, center point arc. Alright, so it intersects. So I have my 2 points of intersection. And then I'm going to come in here, and I'll keep it green. I'm going to make my line straight down. Now this doesn't need to, as in the last one, this was the tangent, right? This is the line of tangency. This is just the beginning. We're just getting some basic concepts set up. So now once we've got, okay, we've got now a construction line and a bisector to identify the center point between our center of the circle and our point P. So we now know what the center point is, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this center point. So we just did all this work to identify this center point. Now, the next step is to swing an arc with the overall radius of this line. So I go out to the end. Now that I found my center point, I'm going to go out to the end. Zoom in, make sure I'm actually on the end. Got my green box. Click on that, and I'm going to swing an arc so it comes and lands on the other point. Okay. So now what I have is, based on my center point, I was able to swing an arc that has a radius that is exactly the same from either end. All right. So where the point that I was trying to get from this in swinging this arc was where it actually contacts the circle that we started with. Okay, that was the important part of that. So now I've done all this work just so that I could identify exactly where this point of intersection was, where my point of contact will be for my line that will be tangent to the circle from this given point P out here. So point P out here to this point of contact. Now, what I have to do is create my normal. I'm going to change colors for that. I'm going to create my normal in red. Okay, and it's just going to be a line from this center point. So make sure I'm on my center point. And that center point, that line, the normal that I create now, is going to pass through this point and extend out through. Okay, so I'm just going to extend it a little bit farther so I get a bearing. Okay, and now it's extended out through. So I've got my normal that starts at my center point, hits my center of contact here, okay, and goes up through. Now, based on this point, okay, what I can do now is run my line so that my final line, actually I should do this instead, escape in white, because what I want to be able to leave off. So this point So what I should be able to do now is run a line that makes contact right at this point here where these lines come together, where my normal runs through. Okay. And then I'm going to extend it. Extend that out. Okay. Escape off of that. I'm going to pull out here. And then what I'm going to do is make it a line up here so that I can extend my other line out to meet it. Alright. So I'm going to extend out here. Again. Right click, extend my line out. Now I have a line that is tangent. Okay. I have a tangency line. I can make this very apparent if I turn off my layers. Line that is tangent. My point P is here. It's tangent to the circle. I have everything all set. So go ahead and give that a try. If you have any questions, please ask. And once you're finished with this, please try 2 more after this tutorial on your own without the tutorial's help so that you feel comfortable doing it. Good luck.